Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Emerald episode. And we left it just outside this cave where, presumably, we're going to witness Magma and Aqua having a little tussle. I don't think we have a fight, I think they just run on. I don't think the Pokemon that I want to catch is in this cave, but it's coming up very soon. Although I might have to do a little searching to find it. Because when I looked up the Pokemon in the routes, I think I discovered it was a 10% chance of it showing up. But we do lead with Manectric, Shabby, who will Thunder Wave, and that's going to pretty good chance of catching nothing just with Thunder Wave alone. So these Magma guys are stealing the Meteorite, and off they go. Yeah, that is my name. Keep it out of your mouth. Plus, keep an eye out for Magma. I mean, you know, we'll keep an eye out. I will. Yep, you don't understand. Oh, it's time, isn't it? It's time to actually do the confrontation at the top. Which, as far as I remember, just means lots of Poochyena. But let me repel. Let me not repel because I don't have any. Let me super repel. I've got to buy some of those. Definitely. Next shop we find. Moonstone. Well, that's one of the things that bugged me about some of the future Pokemon games. Hang on. Moonstone doesn't involve any of mine. Just making sure. Yeah. The shops in the Pokemon games and how even as you progressed, the early shops still only kept the basic items in there. This is a classic route thing. Ah, I didn't even realise there was trains. Why are we going this way? Yeah, it's not. This is fine actually. This short little skip through the cave gets us back up to the top of the mountain. I think I do want to lead with Shabby to do the catching here, but I don't want to give him too many. Look at his name, Black Belt. I didn't mean like his actual name there. Why did he get away with a name like that? Did he have the same name in the Japanese game? Japanese version of the game? God, that tickles. Who have we got? Yeah, he does want to lead. Fred is who we should use up on the top. Luck. I'm pretty sure I just Pokeblock berries. And again, I'd never say that they're useless. But they're not going to be useful in this playthrough. Although our Pokeblocks, they're to do with the fashion shows, aren't they? I never really, like, I enjoyed the poffin making in Pokemon Pearl and Platinum. Spinning the things, getting it whipped up nice. Are we still pecking Meditites? It's usually a job for Golbat, I suppose, isn't it? But we'll stick with what's out here. Poison's Viper. That's another thing I don't tend to do in Pokemon games is use Pokemon that are single evos. I might have said it already. I guess it's just something about the sense of progression. I do like. Wait. Let me just have another look here. Yeah, I think it makes more sense. I think Focus Energy can do more spiky damage. Like, if it procs and you get the crit, it makes sense. What type is a Spoink? It's either normal or psychic, or both. I'm gonna hedge on normal. Because it feels like a lot of Pokemon that I'd expect to be a different type. Oh, he's Psychic. Does that mean... So I think he evolves into Grumpig? Or maybe I'm way off base there. Are they Psychic types? Should try them one time. I do not want your Pokemon. And I detest any such accusations. And we've got this last little attack here. Battle Curl Sydney with Meditite. Still throwing level 18s at me, which is surprising. Like, I said it before, but the way they don't really scale up. I've now got 5 Pokemon, and they're all pretty high up there. Definitely bring out Quirky for the Makuhita guy. He looks like he could just be a human in a suit, doesn't he, Makuhita? Well, probably based off sumo wrestlers, right? But you could definitely fit a skinny guy or girl inside a suit like that. I wonder if they're popular at conventions. There's got to be Pokemon conventions. It's like one of the biggest IPs in the world. Alright, well I guess I didn't find the Pokemon. I thought there was going to be some grass there. That's alright. Wait, that can't be Norman time, can it? No. No. No, I think at some point it will be. Is it after Fortree? I think it's actually it's after the Lava Ridge? I don't know. Okay, this is when I said early on that I don't precisely know everything about the game. This is an example. Because I could be going the wrong way here. It could be Norman time and he could be given Surf, but I feel like it was heavily hinting for me to go back to Lava Ridge and do that bit. And then maybe it's Norman time. Who knows? I'm gonna have a quick look in here and see if there's any repels, because we do need them. But I think it's a waste to buy regular repels. It's actually more cost effective. This is where Pokemon teaching you about economics of scale, isn't it? But you get more steps per dollar if you buy the max ones. So I've always never ever wanted to buy super ones or regular ones. Okay, Patrick used Rock Smash. So at the time when I made that name, I was not thinking about this, but every time I see his name pop up now, it reminds me of SpongeBob. Hello, this is Patrick. Okay, yeah, definitely this is the way then. And the cable car's ready. Do we want to go up? Yes, we do. Since the Pokemon that I was expecting to catch isn't there, that means I probably can't catch it. Which means maybe I'll adjust plans and just have the Rayquaza instead. Use that. I don't typically tend to go for Rayquaza in this, but I could. This was wild to me when I first played Emerald. This huge fight. And yet, now coming back when I'm older, I see just like, there's actually very few people actually up here. But as a kid, you arrive and you're like, whoa, what is going on? There's so many people, they're all fighting. How did they do so much with so little? And that snow filter, it's literally just white pixels falling down, but it works. Hit Zubat and Numel. Unfortunately, we've got exactly the right combo to take them down. 20 starting to move up a little bit. And this, now we're proving why the status moves are not really useful in my playthroughs. Because my goal is to take most of them down in one hit. So using bulk up there, it literally would have done nothing because I could have hit them one time anyway and they went down. His dream of a big house just because I had knocked out his Pokemon. This is interesting. Do we get to see the legendary Pokemon now? Surely not. That whole section doesn't happen till later, so what's this little section? You don't have us. You don't have the move yet, do you? Oh, Lotad. Surf is coming. You'll get it. And then we'll go and evolve you straight away whenever we find Surf. That's another order. Like, I don't know where Surf happens. And even if I did, I think my brain is scrambled by the Pokemon Emerald Randomizer, which drops moves anywhere and everywhere. So fun to watch. If you haven't seen the Emerald Randomizers with Chris is it Chris 360M? I always, when I think about his name, I always get confused between Chris M360 or Chris 360M. I never remember which way round. And I think because I get confused, the M must be after, because you'd always assume just the numbers at the end. So it's got to be Chris 360M. And then Shenanigans, and they do races on Emerald Randomizers. I assume they still do. It's been a little while since I've watched. Kind of fallen out of watching gaming content in quite a while now. But when I was, those were definitely, like, man, some huge runs. Long ones as well. I like being able to sit down to like a 5-hour video or something crazy. Just have it on in the background while, you know, you need while you're doing some activity where you can watch a video at the same time. Perfect content. I think people do it with shows, don't they? They do it with shows like Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that kind of thing. Listen to that music. Oh. You just feel the impact, don't you? That's what made it so exciting. I'm gonna do a Thunder Wave. A critical hit. Bite does have a higher chance of that, doesn't it? Nice. Okay. Paralyze works, I guess. 24. I've kind of out-leveled all of the enemies. And Shabby stays out. Man, it wasn't long ago Shabby was having to be switched out and trained. Look at him now. He's an effective unit. However, Camerupt is another matter. Is it really wise to send out Yumi? So Shabby can't stay out, he's ground type. I probably couldn't even Thunder Wave him. Fake out. Critical hit fake out. Rock. Rock is super effective against fire. Maybe also ground? No. Jesus Christ. Careful, Yumi. 10 magnitude. You better bullet seed it. What was that magnitude? How does he get that lucky? Okay. Bullet seed wasn't the play. I feel like he's gonna potion right now. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like water Pokemon in the early story, then like it's not necessary, but man, how handy would it have been? At this stage, I think Yumi's either gonna have to do the trick, or he's gonna have to faint and let someone else come out. Because if I was going to switch to anyone, it would have to be Fred. There's an Ember. Okay, for the water type. He's got 2 super potions. I like that that's hitting every time. Rock Slide doesn't always hit. So Fred, if I switched to Fred and switched into a magnitude, a second magnitude 10. Chill, camera. Sorry, Yumi. You did some good work there. But I've got to be faster, and now I can pop the double kick. But yeah. Magnitude would be super effective against Fred, and a magnitude 10 would have just wiped him out in one, I believe. This Camerupt is pretty strong. It's always the way the slower Pokemons hit like a truck. Okay. Yeah. Well, I thwarted him just by beating him. Ah, was I meant to do that? Well, I did it. I don't know. I don't know if you meant to take that. Ooh, do you sell cookies? You do. It's a shame about Yumi. We're gonna have to lead with Yumi for a little bit afterwards, I think, to keep the experience kind of similar. Ah. Okay, when you go through Mauville on the way to here, I guess you should swap to the Acro bike so that you can go up and down freely on this mountain. I've just stuck with the Macho bike. Mac bike. Not going to be a Macho bike, is it? Or a Macro bike. Ground type. We severely need a water move. What the hell, Yumi? Nearly 30 levels of just grass. Is he psychic? Altoid? He is. Critical. Very, very good. I'll double kick again. Must be a ground psychic. How does a hiker get one of those? I would have thought he'd be more rocky. No. Not Balboa. This is something, isn't it? Oh, yeah, there's a secret cave there and you've got to remember. And I remember as a kid not realising that and not realising where you had to go. Similar to finding the actual cave to go to get to probably where Kyogre is. What Pokemon? Kyogre, Groudon, you're insane. I don't think you can catch them before the end on this one, or if you can, they're too low level, whereas Rayquaza's 70? Genius move, wasn't it, to have 2 Pokemon games in each generation with just subtle differences. And then, yeah, well, it just makes everything make sense. You get the trading because you can put different Pokemons in each game. Keep saying Pokemons. Gotta be driving people crazy. Yeah. Trading. And then people who can afford it will just buy both anyway. They'll just have two. Well, back in the day, they would have had 2 Game Boys and a link cable and just played both and then traded Pokemon to themselves. I do wish I could have, if I'd have been born a little earlier and been able to afford to do that kind of thing instead of not being able to access the Gengars. Man, that would have been the dream. Just get Shabby out. Fred getting up there. I think he's got to get to 36 for the Evo, so still a little bit away from that. Get Diana. I can't remember around what level we get to the Elite Four, but it looks like, what, are we halfway? Probably not much more than 56. Gonna be around that kind of region. Will you ever be back in the region? I think we will. I don't know if I want a rematch. And it gives a Burnhill. It wasn't that stinging, was it? That's the actual bike music, isn't it? Which I've just noticed. Maybe. Like the music when you hop on the bike. It's the same as plays when the bikers fight. And just to get across the point of how memorable the water in this game is. We haven't really come across any yet. Okay, I've got a crit. Yeah, we haven't come across much water. But one of the complaints was that there was too much water in the game. Gives you an idea of how much there is to go. It did go heavy on that section. After, you know, once you get Surf, and then you got the... Oh, there's a bunch of islands. There's Pacific Log. There's the one on the top right, which I forget the name of, where the twin gym is. Nah, you got this, Fred. I wonder though, here's an interesting question. Why did they never consider giving all, like, the nicknames? All of them could have been nicknamed, all the Pokemon that you fight. You could have had some of them without a nickname, because some of them would be like me, who just prefer to have it as it is. Taylor. But all of these guys would have nicknames. Is it to ingrain the name of the Pokemon in your head? Camper Ethan. Alright, on we go. That's not the end, is it? Are you a trainer? Okay, you are not. There's a couple of things here. Oh, there's an egg as well. I wonder what the egg is. I do want to buy. Let's sell as well. Yeah, we don't really need to do any of that. Matcha brace I could give to someone. That's a lot of money, isn't it? This is, I always sell these things. Rare candy. I'll use that right before the end. Stardust. What does that do? Just prevents evolution. I think in future games that might also give like a power up. Guess I want some of these. I don't need to. Well, yeah, we'll get some hyper potions later. We don't want to use too much. We can have a few revives. We will get a few super repels. And that is literally just for the water section, by the way. Because you can't, I mean, there is a lot of water. Oh, there's a gym. Lannery. Oh, Ah, it's the fire gym. Very interesting. Herb shop. Okay, they're cheaper. They make your Pokemon upset though. Yeah. No. It's so I know the one in was it in Pokemon Crystal? You get a Togepi, don't you? Which would evolve into Tick and then a Togekiss in future games. Gen 4. I think you have to trade it with an item attached. I'm pretty sure Togekiss is a trade one. Why am I getting in here? Just aesthetic? I know they couldn't have it so that every single person gives you an item. But it is interesting that not many do. I guess you get an egg in this town. Where were we? Yeah. Gym time. And then I guess it is Norman. Maybe that's the trigger. How many gyms have we done? 2? That's probably a double battle. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult gym actually. 23 as well. I think it's Camerupt, isn't it? And he just showed us. We've just seen what Camerupt can do on that mountain. Magnitude 10s out the wazoo. Probably a Slugma as well. Get Quirky. I mean, Quirky's just a tank in this one. Maybe the nature does make a big difference. Missed a double battle opportunity. I think I knew it was a double battle as well. I don't like to waste XP. Which means I do want to beat every trainer in this gym. And you know, I just remembered there's that guy in the house. I think it's now too late for that. We could go back and do his little games. Yeah. So I do it like I don't want to fight Flannery until I fought all of the trainers, hopefully. Kecleon. Is this the first Kecleon fight? Might be. Yes, Quirky's going to stay out until level 30 because that's the highest we've got. Colour change. Wow. Okay, that's a pretty weak flamethrower, but he's got flamethrower. Very interesting Pokemon. I wonder if he gets any upgrades in future games. Okay, we'll be checking all the holes here. Number. Who coincidentally has got a hole on the top of his little shell there. Was he like a whale? It's like a fire whale. Yeah. Oh, more like a volcano, I guess. That's what they were going for, evolving into the Camerupt. But let's leave this episode here because there's quite a few more fights in this gym. We're stretching the episode, and we will beat Flannery in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you there.